They had, what, 5 Avenger movies, 4 Avenger movies? Not one time did I see any of them hit the gym. Just because you get stronger doesn't mean you got to put on weight. You know, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm on my way. Getting back to my roots, programming as you go. I do whatever the fuck my body feels like doing. And it's working. I get a little stronger, a little bigger every week. You know, eating more helps. Getting back to my TRT dose helps. But it is hard. Like if you're training for size specifically, it's a lot different than training for strength. I'm trying to do both. So it's like you do heavier compounds and then I try to like focus more on the contraction and the movement of the muscle on the accessory work. But you know, if your goal is just to get bigger, you don't have to get stronger. It helps. I think it's easier. I think it's kind of inevitable in most cases that you will get stronger the more muscle you put on. But it's also not guaranteed. Same deal with like, just because you get stronger doesn't mean you got to put on weight. Give me the fucking hyperbolic chamber that Captain America had. No, I don't want to do anything. I just want to step in and go through excruciating pain for about 30 seconds, then come out just like a freak. You ever see Captain America work out? I haven't. He just hits bags when he's angry and destroys them with one punch. They had, what, 5 Avenger movies, 4 Avenger movies? Not one time did I see any of them hit the gym. Genetics are dude, but that's like, you have genetics and you have epigenetics. Genetics you can't manipulate. Epigenetics you can manipulate to an extent, but you still have ceilings. Like not everybody's gonna squat 1,000 pounds. It's not gonna happen. I'll never be able to squat 1,000 pounds. I'm okay saying that. Like there's certain things that certain people are capable of. Some people will never dunk a basketball. Doesn't matter how hard they try. Some people will never bench 600 pounds. Doesn't matter how hard they try. There's limits to what people are capable of. Just like intelligence, just like emotional intelligence, there's physical intelligence. And certain people have a higher ability. I don't care what anybody says, this is the heaviest Smith machine ever. Now, I've seen bodybuilders come and go. Like everybody I graduated my personal training school with in 2007, none of them are personal trainers anymore. Like this industry just eats people and spits them out. And then guys will be like, I'm gonna be a record holder. And I'm like, okay, man. I never talk anybody down, but it's also important to like, be realistic. There's a difference between like having a goal and having steps to get there and having a dream and just shooting in the fucking dark. Big difference. A goal is something that, okay, I'm gonna hold myself accountable and this is what I can do to get there. A dream is like maybe one day. Not saying there's anything wrong with being a dreamer, that's great. It gives you hope. You know, I had a lot of those during dialysis, but I also had a lot of goals. Things I could do actively every day. And guess what I did? You know, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm on my way. Getting back into pull-ups. I was doing chins, I could only do 8, which is a little depressing, but I'm like, I'm getting heavier. Dude, I've been ducking them for 8 months. Like, you're not gonna be good at what you don't do. Like, same with bench press. I didn't do those for like 6, 7 months. 6 months. Especially off the chest. I was using the block forever because of my port. I had broken so many of those. They're like, after they pulled the last one out, they're like, you want to keep it as memento? I'm like, throw it out. Don't ever want to see that thing. Yeah, that's like keeping a picture of you and your ex on the wall. Like, yeah, let me have a constant reminder of the worst time of my life. Yeah, I feel like my arms are starting to come in. We're getting to like dialysis weight, which is sad, but it's going in the right direction. I'm on Joe Rogan live on fucking hooked up to the machine. So walk us through what it feels like. Well, Joe, there's blood coming in and out of me simultaneously. Doesn't feel great. Watch him and Bill Burr on there. It's hysterical. Because Bill Burr just like fundamentally disagrees with anything he says.
You want people to walk down the street with a mask on?
Let's not start this, John.
Do you though?
Let's not start this. Okay.
Let's start it.
I'm not going to sit here with no medical degree, listening to you with no medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up.
I texted because somebody was talking about their cycle, and it was like 900 milligrams test, 700 milligrams Trent Ace, 500 milligrams Masteron. I was like, oh my God. And I'm the one that loses kidney function. A bodybuilding physique is cool to me, but it's not like I like power physiques, like guys that look like athletes, that they look like they could tear a door off a Buick. There's a certain look you have when you can move weight. Like bodybuilders look cool, but they you know, it's not like a intimidating presence. Some bodybuilders have it. Some do. Cedric McMillan, he had a great physique. He was a military guy. Died way before his time, but Phil Heath, the Jay Cutlers, like even Ronnie. Like those physiques are cool, but they're not like as impressive to me as like, you know, these Dan Green in his prime, Stan Efferding in his prime. Tom Haviland, now that guy, like you never see his face, but that dude's impressive just on the shit he can do. He's always covered up. I know he looks like a freak under all those clothes, but he's 6'8", athletic, can jump, can bench, deadlift. He can like grab grown men by their head. That guy's like a growing, living legend. But like those are the type of physiques that are more impressive. Like I remember Michael Hearn saying like, cool physique, but what can you do with it? He had a whole series about it, I remember.
Michael Hearn is pretty strong.
Yeah, Michael Hearn is pretty strong. And he's lean, and he's like 100 years old and still looks great, but
He's the only one with the cure to cancer at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, you know, maybe he's not on drugs like he says, and maybe he just has like a cheat code for genetics. He's got like a mad scientist just doing all the experiments we were talking about. He's got the hyperbolic chamber.
Because bro is not even like, bro stopped aging 20 years ago.
Well, I think what you see on the gram and what you see in person are two different things. Because a lot of these people look great, then you meet them and it's like, dude, you look like your previous face was frozen and then replastered your face in plastic. It's like, why don't you relax, dude? I am relaxed.